Hello everyone, my name is Muir, and this is Starsector version 0.96a-RC10, and this is the Cruiser Plus Drover. So you'll notice that he's a bit different from the other Drover that we saw previously. That is like this. So what's the big change? Well, for one, this guy's primary job is just to watch the back of an executor. That's really all he's there to do. And so we can take advantage of a couple of things. But let's talk about the build first. He has a light assault gun and a light dual autocannon. After that, he has nothing but swarm of missiles. And that works pretty well for him. The other thing that we have is we have expanded missile racks, hardened shields, and a missile autoloader. The expanded missile racks means that we have more missiles, and the missile autoloader means that when we run out of missiles, we get more missiles. After that, we have the defensive targeting array. This is new in 0.96a, and what this does is this makes it so that your fighters cannot move really far away from the carrier anymore, and instead they gain a bonus of 50% extra damage to missiles and fighters. Now, for the Zyphos, that's not really a problem, because they can't go far from the host carrier anyway. So, it's kind of just a strict buff for these guys. So, what does this thing do then? Well, these two guys, they have 2 ion beams each. They have 1 ion beam each, so we have 4 ion beams coming out of the fighter bay. This can help to disable enemy ships, which will allow whatever warship you have this escorting to be able to potentially kill that enemy ship before it can do anything. Also, with the swarmer missiles, the Drover is able to actually do a decent amount of damage over the course of an entire fight. In any kind of testing that I've done, it has been incredibly rare to lose this Drover. I've never lost one. Also, the Drover, just to point this out, it has active flare launchers now instead of reserve deployment, but it does have the B deck. So once per combat, when the fighter replacement rate reaches 40, the fighter launch bays are switched over to operate from a B deck. Standby fighters are launched to rapidly bring the wing back up to full strength, and the fighter replacement rate is set to 100. This only happens once per fight per Drover. Now, if you're using the Cruiser Plus Doctrine with these guys, then you should be able to have about 3 Drovers out with the ships that they are escorting, though you might have more. But alright, that is the build. Here are our weapon groups. Pretty straightforward. If you want to, you can slap this here and then put those over there. That is perfectly fine. Make sure the missiles are all set to alternating. That just basically allows the Drover to keep pressure on the enemy and to slowly whittle down enemy fighters. Not that they will get very far. Not that they will get particularly close or be particularly effective with these Zyphos. But yeah, that is the build. It's pretty powerful for what it specifically does. And yeah. Alright everyone, just let me know how this works in your games. If you decide to go with this Doctrine, do remember, this ship is intended to be used as part of a squad. Okay? Remember that. If you just mass produce these and send them out, they will lose pretty much every time. But doing what they are specifically supposed to do, they are absolutely terrifying. Here's what the officer is that you would want. Has helmsmanship, combat endurance, field modulation, point defense, system expertise, and a missile specialization. It's very effective at what it does. The missile specialization, point defense, field modulation, and helmsmanship are all elite. This does apply to the fighters, so this means that the burst point defense laser that the Zyphos get actually has 200 extra range. But alright, there you go. That is the actual end of the video, so I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.